Hello guys, welcome to Two Latin Brothers podcast, also known as T.L.B.P. I'm Victor.
And I'm Adrian.
And this is episode 13. This is amazing, guys. We've been doing this 13 weeks straight.
And the fact that we actually remembered what episode it was this week, too.
It's amazing.
Or I suppose. I mean, it could be better.
Could.
I mean, this week it's just us, and we don't have a topic.
Exactly. So, guess is on the fly. Okay.
This is really on the fly.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to stress how on the fly this is. Like, if we're able to get 45 minutes out of this, it'll be amazing. I'm okay if this episode's short. If you want more,
be like 20 minutes. That'd be the lowest we'd ever go.
Let's do a 20-minute podcast.
No, we can't do that.
And then the following week we'll release part 2, just a 20-minute podcast. No, let's we'll do 20 minutes. 22 minutes and 22 minutes.
We're gonna strive for that 45. That's what we're gonna do.
You know, if we do 22 minutes and 30 seconds and we upload that the following week, that way we'll have a 45-minute podcast just in 2 parts.
Yeah, no. No, yeah.
Watch some guy comment or tweet at us and be like, or send us a really long email about how we should actually do that. The suspense about what's happening.
Wait till next week. It just reminds me of Dragon Ball, where you've watched 7 episodes, and then all of a sudden it goes.
What is it? Pretty soon, all of these are gonna get longer than 45 minutes anyway.
Why?
Because I've activated the sponsor thing now.
Oh yeah.
So if we actually get a sponsor, I'm just letting you all know now, it'll play before the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll read it off.
I don't feel like we have to say that, but okay.
Well, I mean, I'm telling people now because, I mean, they know.
They know.
I mean, we probably won't get a sponsor, but...
Nah.
Yeah,
Okay. So,
also, we're looking for sponsors. Would you like to sponsor this episode?
I love all kinds of food. I like wearing clothes. If you'd like to sponsor us, that'd be amazing.
Okay,
We'd
stop.
Gladly.
Stop.
Just
what was I gonna say?
So how was your week today? Actually,
my week today. I lived a week in one day.
You lived a week in one day. Yeah,
I lived a week in one day.
Yeah.
My it's been pretty busy actually. I've had a lot of stuff going on. I'm also I've entered the state of just exhaustion now because I'm coming to the end and I have so much stuff to do, and I don't know, I feel like if I blink I'll fall behind.
It's what is this Mandarin?
No, honestly, I feel like there are moments where I feel like if I'll blink, I'll be 10 assignments behind or something like that. I don't.
For context, he's talking about school.
Yeah, I don't even have 10 assignments to do. I have 3. But I feel like if I'll blink, I'll just be 10 behind for next year or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. But that's really it. I mean, also I have a month left. Actually, less than a month now, actually. And then I'm done. And then I'll have all summer off, and then you'll all get to hear me talk about
how boring your life is.
No, I'll probably I mean, if I get a job, I mean,
you'll pull out some weird stories, my coworker.
Yeah,
starts listening to our podcast. Oh no,
that would actually be really funny. Actually, I want to tell this great story. The other day, or was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday I was I was at school. And I left my class, and then I ran in. I was walking on the sidewalk, and one of my classmates was in a restaurant, and he got up and started waving at me. It was great. I just looked into the window and waved at him and smiled, and then just kept walking because the bus was coming. But it was really it really caught me off guard because for a second there, I saw my personal life and my school life just merge. I'm wait a minute, what's going on? Because I'm it's so close to home. It's too close to home. What are you doing? But it's one of those, I don't know. It was a little odd for me.
I see. Well, my week has been just school and some more school. I had to do some standardized testing.
For context.
Yeah, for context.
In Canada, you have to do this English test.
Called the literacy test.
That you have to do in high school in grade 10. And you need it in order to graduate.
Yeah.
So here's hoping you pass it.
Fails it. Next year starts talking. So guys, I did it again.
No, the other thing too is like, well, I think if you fail it twice, you can do the course, or you can because there's a course.
You can take the course.
Yeah, if you fail it once too, I think.
Yeah, you can.
Because I think that's what I did.
That's just like any choice, really. So like, do it again. But like, if I fail it, I know I'll look at the mark. If it's not as like good as I hoped it was, then. Depending if it's like, let's say I failed by like 1 mark, I would take the test again. I wouldn't think about taking the course.
I remember when I was in high school, this guy, he was really, really smart. Really smart. He had like really good grades in all his classes, but he just could not for the life of him learn how to do English. It was really interesting.
He's like smartest kid except for English.
Yeah, like he just couldn't English. And I remember when I took the course, I remember everyone just being like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, I didn't pass it. And we all turned looking at him, you didn't pass it?
Are you okay?
I'm like, seriously? And he was just like, yeah, like, I genuinely don't know what I'm doing. And then our teacher proceeded to like explain English to us.
Explain English.
Yeah, it was really funny. And the thing too is like we had him like for 2 classes in a row because he taught us that course and then he taught us English afterwards.
I see.
So like it was really funny. Like we had him at the same time for like a full year because he taught us first semester and then second semester he taught us English. So he just taught us English the entire year.
Damn.
Yeah, it was kind of nice actually. I kind of enjoyed it, like because he also brought like some really interesting topics and stuff to class. Mm-hmm. Like, and a lot of stuff is pretty controversial, but he really put it, like, he really questioned a lot of things and really made you think. And like some of his like writing assignments were like that, and I liked it. It was kind of like a philosophy class and an English class,
which is funny because you can actually take a philosophy course.
Yeah, but like I mean, it's just like it was
he
not
the philosophy teacher.
No, he's not. But like I just mean like the fact that he did that. It kept us all intrigued, right?
Yeah.
So no one like skipped his class ever.
Yeah. Well,
at least I don't think.
Actually, we had some pretty interesting questions on the literacy test. Some people call it the lit test. I was about to call it the lit test, but it's not that lit. So
the lit test.
The lit test.
It's lit.
No, it's not.
It's actually really boring.
No, we had some like interesting, like after the test was complete, a bunch of memes started coming out. Because, like, there was a bunch of people started picking, like, because you had an option of picking 2 different people for, like, a question. And then as soon as you get out of the test, people are just like, which one did you pick? Like, and then there's, like, a bunch of people, like, arguing about how it's not or how it is. It's interesting. And we also had this question, like, well, we had an opinion piece that we had to write. So basically an essay.
Oh, wow.
And it was talking about technology. How if we depend on technology, yeah.
If we depend
on technology,
well, we do
way too much. And I wrote that. I'm like, we use it for day-to-day life. You wake up to make your breakfast. You open your fridge, which is technology, basically.
Like, and now you got a smart fridge.
Yeah, you can get a smart fridge now, right? And you can to get to work, use technology.
Like, what is it? Like, I know a guy who he's like Uber. Like, from the moment he wakes up, his phone wakes him up in the morning, the alarm.
That's one.
And he turns on his coffee machine from his phone. And he goes and eats breakfast and whatnot. And then he's like, and then I jump in the shower, listen to my radio.
That's 3.
In the shower. I'm like, okay. And then he's like, then I get ready, call an Uber, get with his phone.
4.
And I'm like, the guy hasn't even left home yet, and all he did was use his phone. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's 4 times he's used it
right?
already.
Like, and then and he says I walk out, put my headphones in.
Oh, that's fine.
Right? Like, I'm like, that's
we use it every day. You can't not go a day without using technology.
And now you can tap with your cell phone, so it's
too.
Like whenever I do that so much now, it's just my phone up to the thing and tap. It's don't even where's my card? It's not about that. It's just tap.
Use your phone.
Yeah, it's just so convenient. It sucks when you go into a place and they're like, "Oh, we don't have tap," and I'm like, I have to type in my PIN number. What is this? What are we in the 2000s again?
We are in the 2000s.
No, I mean the 2000s means from the year 2000, 2010.
Oh, okay.
And then we call it 2010 and above is something else.
Okay. I see.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
We got really quiet again. We got our volumes are all over the place.
I'm sorry. We're all over the place. This is unscripted. We're going for it.
It's always unscripted.
It is always unscripted. That's just how we are, you know? The comedy podcast. Honestly, guys, that's the joke.
Oh, I have this great story to tell. Okay, so today on my way to school.
Yeah.
Actually, literally today. Well, I mean, not when you're listening to the podcast, but today, in the time we're recording. I was on the bus, and I asked my dad earlier about this, so our dad about the story. How like there's a station where the bus makes this like really awkward turn.
Yeah.
And there's a light post like right where the bus has to turn. The bus in front of us crashes into the light post.
Oh man.
And our bus almost like just rear ends this other bus.
It was like fishtailing.
Yeah,
it.
like so, but like this, the bus driver in like driving the bus I was in, he like just like curved the bus in like a way where he missed the bus.
Damn. So he's a good bus driver.
Oh yeah, he's a really good bus driver. I mean, 'cause no one died.
He saved your life.
But like, it was really interesting because I didn't even realize until like the bus stopped. I was like, oh, hey, I almost died. Man. So it was one of those like...
It's like I almost died.
Well, like, to be fair, I mean, I was watching a video on my phone.
See,
I mean...
Technology rules us.
Well, I mean, it's an hour bus, right? You gotta do something.
That makes sense.
Right? So, we're waiting for like a bit, and then a police officer gets on the bus and he's like, do you guys want to like get off the bus? The bus is going to be here for like a minute. So like, just get off the bus, and we'll, and another bus will come pick you up. And we're like, okay, but here's the kicker. We all get off the bus. Okay. Well, some of us get off the bus, and no bus can come pick us up because the bus that crashed into the light post is literally blocking the path. Like, and no one
another bus will come pick you up, even though the road is like completely blocked off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, we walk to the other where the bus stop is, and we walk to where the bus stop is, and it's really funny because when we all get there, we finally realize that the path is blocked, so no one can get there.
Yeah,
it's really funny because like we all realize that wait a minute, no bus can come get us. And
it's like the road is blocked.
So then this truck comes and moves the bus out of the way, and then the same bus picks us up. What? We all literally jump on the same bus again.
Oh my gosh.
That's literally what happened. So, but it was interesting, and I was like, I'm gonna be late to class.
That was your worry?
Get there. Well, like
my worry would have been like I almost just died. And I wasn't ready. I'm like, I had things to do.
Like, almost every time I get on a bus, there's a chance I could die.
Well, yeah.
I mean, every time you get into a car, you could die.
There's a chance.
Yeah. I mean, these are risks we out here taking on the daily.
Well, when we get in a car, we're just so used to it. We don't think about dying.
Exactly, right? Yeah. But yet people are terrified of going on a plane, and
exactly.
People rarely ever go on a plane, even though the probability of dying is highly likely. But it's not as likely as...
When I was going to Mexico with my mom, they played a movie of a plane crashing.
Oh, really?
That was the best time of my life. I was not terrified whatsoever. Yeah, it's great. Watching a plane crash while being on a plane. It's not the greatest thing you can watch,
That's not terrifying.
Yeah, at all.
Well, like, I feel like one of the things that, I don't know why people are scared of flying. Like,
well, some people just have it as like, it's like a phobia.
Yeah, it's also like how people have like a phobia of public speaking.
Yeah,
I think
I don't have that.
Well, apparently we don't. Yeah, we don't have that. No, one of the. I think it's interesting that phobia is higher than death itself. People are more scared of public speaking than death.
That is crazy.
Like,
is that a statistical fact?
That's an actual statistical fact. I actually learned this in psychology.
Oh man. Like, Psychology 101.
It's in the textbook.
Oh man.
Like, I'm like, that's amazing.
So people will rather die than go public speaking?
Yeah, like, I'm like, that's insane.
That is.
How does that happen? How does that happen? Mm-hmm. It's also like how, we're all likely to know someone who's going to die of cancer. It's like 1 in 4 people dies of cancer now.
Yeah.
So it's like this one guy was saying, there's 4 people in my family that one of us is going to die of cancer. Like, and I was thinking about it. I'm like, that's actually crazy. Like,
yeah.
If you have 2 siblings, because it's really rare to meet someone who's an only child. Well, I've only ever met like 2 people who are only child.
Yeah.
And
I've met a couple. Yeah.
I've only met like 2. As far as I'm aware of. Unless, of course, there was that one guy who wasn't an only child.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, those two, they got families of 3, so the likelihood of one of them dying of cancer is kind of low.
I don't know why. You just reminded me of the statistic of like you're most likely to get struck by lightning than win the lottery.
Yeah. That's a great one.
That's a great one.
Well, because
I feel like you have a friend who has like the ticket. I'm like, you're most likely to get shot by lightning.
Like you could walk outside and get struck by lightning and still not win the lottery. Like that's how probability works. I think that's so bizarre.
Yeah.
That's even a thing, but at the same time,
and like the one that like coconuts kill more people than sharks.
Yeah.
That's so sad. It'd be like you're up in heaven, and it'd be like there's a firefighter, and be like, so how did you die? And it'd be like, I got hit by a coconut. How did you die? I saved a bunch of children in a fire.
It's like, no, I saved an orphanage.
Exactly.
It's like, it'd
be so sad. It'd be like, like there's also people that die from falling downstairs. That's very sad. Yeah.
What is it in the States?
Like everybody wants to go.
Is it in the States? Something like 1,000 people a year die from falling down the stairs.
That is so sad.
But like,
how come you don't hear that on the news?
I feel like they were just drunk, to be honest.
Probably.
Like they were like drunk walking up the stairs and their
senses were inhibited from.
And they slipped and just fell to their death.
Oh, that's
like,
so sad.
There's no other explanation. I mean, unless of course like you have like a leg impairment. Or
but even then, you have like those things that just carry you down, nice and easy, and carry you up, nice and easy.
Yeah, so even then, it doesn't really make sense. But I think that's another thing. Like, it's just like the most bizarre thing. Like, there was another one I was reading. I think I found a site with all of these, or like, there's one where they go over how like people that die getting hit by car doors.
Huh?
Like, someone's driving with their car door open. And they get hit by it and they die.
That's
It's something like, I think it was like 5 people per state or something like that.
Oh man.
And there's like 52, so it's like 100 and something people.
I feel so bad for wanting to learn.
No, that's like 500.
Oh my god.
That's like 100 people it's something like 250 people a year die. Because there's 52 states in the States?
I think so.
Yeah, so like
we're this good. We know facts about the states.
Well, there are neighbors down below. Yeah. Also, we kind of care now.
Now, if you ask, not saying that all Americans, but like there's some Americans. If you've heard of Rick Mercer, he does like this walk in the public where he asks Americans what their favorite cities are in America, and their responses are New York, Toronto, Vancouver. And then the
most were like most were like New York, L.A., Chicago, and then they were like, what was the other one? The other, I think it was like, I can't remember which one, but then they go like Toronto, and everyone go, it's like that fifth option, and then they like list off like Philadelphia or like Pittsburgh, and then they go Montreal, and you go what are you doing?
What are you doing? Like, how does one not realize you left the country?
Well, it's because like Toronto is super popular because it's where they do film festivals.
That's it.
So like a lot of American films premiere here in Toronto.
Yeah.
Well, not that we're in Toronto, but like, in Toronto, in Canada. And then Montreal is really famous because a lot of comedians started, like, they went through Montreal when they got big because, Montreal has a really big comedy, just laugh for gags or gags just for laughs. Just for laughs. And they have
I don't know.
They have like a lot of like, really big, comedians go there. But it's really interesting that because of those things, right, people associate with it being American. Who knows why? Even though they're more Canadian than almost every other
there's
place.
a bunch of famous people that like you see them more in America than in Canada.
Well, like it's really funny because
like Justin Bieber, Drake, Shawn Mendes.
Okay, stop listing people. Like, and there's a lot of actors too. Like people don't know that are Canadian. Yeah, which I think personally is really funny because like there are like little things that like all of a sudden it'll be like I'm from Canada. Yeah. Go, what? He's from.
It's like, I thought he was American.
No, and there have been times where, like, even I've caught myself off guard. I've been like, oh, that's interesting. I'll be like, someone will tell me he's Canadian. I'll be like, there's no way. I Google the person. Be like, he was born in the same place I was. You know, and it's like, it's really bizarre. It's just like to think about, it's like, this guy used to roam these streets. Right?
Yeah.
It's like, he was just a normal guy once upon a time. And then everyone goes,
how did this happen?
No, and then everybody goes, you know, he's just a normal human being, right?
Who just has fame.
No, who just happens to be in films.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, I don't know, it's really interesting. And then, like, I don't know, I find it kind of funny how we take this approach because they're famous. They're like above us. Not that they actually are, but, you know, they have like this, I guess it's fame.
Yeah.
Fame would be the right word at this point.
Yeah. We're very awkward.
What?
We're just saying we're just very awkward people.
What do you mean?
We just go silent, and then I don't know what to do. I'm so confused. I don't know why.
I'm actually like, we're actually like halfway through this.
I know, we're doing a good job.
Actually, we're not halfway through this.
Okay, well, we're doing a good job. Don't jinx it.
We're like 20 minutes in.
Okay, sports. I don't follow sports right now. Okay. The Chupacabra.
No.
Search that on Google.
No.
It's gonna be great.
No.
You'll be terrified.
No.
Yeah.
No. It's a Mexican urban legend.
It's real.
No, it's not.
It's real.
No, it's not.
I've seen it.
No, you haven't.
No, I haven't.
You haven't been in Mexico enough to see this thing.
It's real. People claim they've seen it.
It's like the Bigfoot of Mexico.
No, it's not. It's real. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like how people every year, you know, like there's some guy who's like living in the woods all by himself says he saw Bigfoot.
It'd be like it's some like weird guy who had like some like weird mutation, has got big feet.
Well, let's be real though.
It's
been over 100 years that people have been seeing Bigfoot.
Exactly.
It can't be the same guy.
Yeah.
There's no way.
What if Bigfoot just
It's also like the Loch Ness Monster. You know,
yeah.
People say that it's still alive, but it's been like eternity. I mean, like it was like a dinosaur at this point.
No, but there's different kinds of chupacabras.
No, there's just one.
How do you know?
Because that's what the legend. You know what? Forget it. I'm not.
What does the legend say?
I'm not going.
Prove it.
No, I'm not getting into this.
Come
right
on.
Now. I'm not getting into this. Right
no,
now.
you gotta.
No, I don't want it.
Why not?
I don't want to think right now.
You don't want to think?
Yeah.
All you've been doing is thinking.
That requires too much work.
Oh,
like I'm just so tapped out right now.
I see.
Like I kind of want to finish the podcast, go take a nap, and then
I took an hour.
And then get up and then get back to work because you know that's the life of a student.
Well, I have a test tomorrow, so.
Oh, okay. Well,
I took a nap and then I came down to study.
Oh, so you're gonna continue studying when we're done?
Oh no, I'm done studying.
What?
Yeah,
that's not.
There wasn't a lot to study.
What's it on?
It's civics.
Oh, so the government.
Exactly. So
why don't you explain the government again?
Oh my gosh, no.
So when we vote,
I'm gonna be here for a while. Yeah.
No.
Even then, the questions aren't like that. The questions are like they are like I don't know, 15 words, and then give the definition and give 2 facts about that word. Or like what it was, you know.
I remember we were in civics class once, and our teacher played.
I wasn't there.
No, I was talking about. Sorry,
when we were, yeah. You know, I was there.
It was.
I actually failed the course, so I had to retake it. You know.
Look, it's been a long day. Okay, so when I was in civics class way back when, I remember our teacher played us a movie called V for Vendetta. Mm-hmm. And then I remember him asking, actually I want to see if I can get him on the podcast because it was great, but he said he was telling us how he asked, you know, what kind of government the movie had. The answer was dictatorship. But this guy goes and he goes, 1 word, sir, dictatorship. And he turns and looks at him, he's like, there's 2 words, you idiot. Like it was just
I don't know why that's funny. That's just kind of like one
but it was really funny because we all had this moment of like, is it really 2 words?
Dictatorship. Like if you say it paused like that, it's like dictatorship.
But it's actually 1 word though.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 1 word.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Dictatorship's 1 word?
I'm pretty sure it's 1 word.
Wow.
Anyway, but like it was really funny because the teacher was like, he called him an idiot. And we all turned and looked at him like, are you sure?
You sure? Like, it'd be like, guys, I used to be an English teacher.
Actually, he wasn't. Well, like, it And then they had him. It was just great because then they had him teaching like math. And then I remember people walking into his class and be like, "Sir, you got a calculator?" He's like, "Does this look like a math class to you? I teach English in here. I don't do no math."
Actually, you just reminded me of my music teacher. We're talking about music, and then all of a sudden we go into English, and then like people start talking about like math, and then it's like a mixed class of like every subject. We learn everything in that class. It's just like, he was telling us like a bunch of stuff about English, and then we slowly shifted into like how he could speak French. And so we started talking about French, and then a bunch of students started talking about math, and then we started talking
I think
about
you
a bunch
should
of
preface the audience for context for those who don't know. Because actually recently we've been looking at the stats, and we have a few Americans listening to us.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I was looking at the stats of who's listening.
Yeah.
You know, what is it? We get like 50% of our audience from Canada.
Yeah.
Like 20.
No, wasn't it 60?
No, I'm pretty sure it was like 50 something.
Oh, okay.
26% of our audience comes from America.
That's nice.
And then
Don't we have a person in Australia?
Yeah, there's
people in Australia.
We have like 2% in Australia.
Yeah.
Like someone from Indonesia,
Yeah.
some people from Belgium.
Yeah, we have.
I was like,
we have people from all over.
Yeah, like this.
How did they get a hold of this? They were curious about two Latin brothers.
Well, like I just found it really interesting. Anyway, but like for context, for those who don't know, Canada is a duolingual country.
Yeah.
Where people speak French, or English and French.
Uh-huh.
French being the second language, which I have yet to learn.
Well, I can speak a little bit. Like if you talk to me in French, I'll understand you.
Yeah, I just
to formulate my own sentences, it takes me a minute.
I'm in this. Actually, I'm even worse than that. I can understand what you're saying to me.
Yeah.
I just don't know how to reply.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how to formulate the sentence properly in French.
Like,
so
I guess I'm kind of the same, but like it takes me a while.
Just because I stopped taking French in like when I was younger.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest issue, really.
Yeah. Well, you got Spanish. That's good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we should do an episode where we only talk in Spanish.
I feel like we should do 2 episodes in that week, so that people don't feel like they're missing out on anything. Or like we make the podcast in Spanish and then we try to translate it and be like, okay guys, so we're gonna translate this entire episode, hopefully, or just like play it in the background and be okay, so this is what we said.
And be so hard to do. It takes so long to do.
It would take us so long.
I feel like we'd have to like take like a month to do that.
Or we can like listen to it again and then like grab the topics we talked about and then just talk about them in English.
Yeah, I mean, we could do that, but I mean, I feel like that would just be so much work. Also, we double upload, and that kills the cycle.
Why does that kill the cycle?
Because you have 2 episodes in 1 week. So
yeah, but then people would miss out.
I mean, I get that, but like, I feel like we would pull in some Spanish audience.
That's true, but then, what if they only speak Espanol?
Okay, look, I know so many people from Latin America that speak English.
Okay, well,
we even have
so
cousins.
do I.
We have cousins who speak English.
That's what I'm saying. So
right? So like, I mean, it's because like English.
Oh,
is
damn
like,
chance for students.
No, look. Here's what's happened. English has become like the unofficial second language for planet Earth.
Yeah.
Wherever you're from, like wherever, it doesn't really matter where you're from. You have to learn English. It's like the standard for everywhere.
Yeah.
So like, regardless of it, like. People speak English. And it's really bizarre, too, because, like, people say that, like, even in the most, like, remote places on Earth, people speak English.
Yeah.
It's like, how did you learn English, bro? And they're like, they had, like, great ancestors. So some guy was from, like, England, and he got here, and he got married, he settled down, he had a few kids, he taught them the language. Yeah. Millions of years later, here we are.
And I still know English.
And I still know. Like, what is it?
Like my race still knows.
Like, what is it? The other day, I was, like, reading about this island, It's like by Mexico.
I wouldn't know.
And they actually have like a native language. They're like a First Nations language. Mm-hmm. And the national language for that island now is English.
That's amazing.
I'm like, they don't even speak Spanish because they're in Latin America. They don't even speak Spanish. Mm-hmm. It's English. I'm like, that's actually great.
Yeah.
Like, what is it? And then Belize, their second national language is English.
Is English, yeah.
And I was like, yo, that's actually chill. Yeah. I'm like, that means I could, like, anybody can go down there and be like, yo, man, you speak English? And they'd be like, yo, what up?
Yo, what up? Exactly.
Like, it's great. I think that, like, one day I feel like a lot of languages will be lost because of that.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
Because English will just kind of take over.
I mean, I hope it doesn't. Like, 'cause,
well, like people used to say that Mandarin was going to be the language of the future.
Well, like even now, like, well, what is it? I can't remember. Was it our sister was telling us that like Spanish is going to become the most popular language in like 10 years or something like that?
I think so.
Or like in like 5 or something. Like that?
I'm not sure.
Something like that. I can't remember.
I need to search that up to confirm that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, like anyway, but it makes sense because like basically this entire side of the earth speaks Spanish.
That's true.
Like. Everyone below essentially Canada.
Yeah.
Because Spanish is the second language for the U.S.
Yes, yeah.
Right? So essentially everyone below Canada speaks Spanish. That's actually crazy if you think about it. What a big market if we do a podcast in Spanish.
I know. So guys,
the
the next episode, it's going to be the guest and it's going to be us again. So that might be in Spanish. Just saying. But then again, our grammar... There's like we're good at Spanish, but like it's kind of like a little bit here.
I feel like everyone's just gonna make fun of us. Like
they'd be like, "Mira, estos they'll see." No, never mind. I'm not.
They'd be like, "Now look at these two white boys speaking Spanish."
Well, we're not white,
and they'd be like, "Well, we kind of sound like
we sound white because we were raised
in a white environment."
Exactly. Sometimes you forget. Like I'm not white.
Well, someone was telling me I sound like I'm from Manitoba. Like a pure Canadian accent.
Oh, the weirdest thing happened today. Somebody said I looked Arab.
Oh yeah, I get that all the time.
I don't get that. I've never gotten that. I've gotten Filipino.
I've gotten that too.
Actually Mexican. So I'm like
no, I have people like where I do my internship.
Yeah.
Essentially, I have people come up to me and they look at me and they'll be like, no, they look at me and they're like, "You Latino?" And I'll be like, "Yeah." And then the conversation was Spanish. Like, just straight up. Like, they'll just be like, "You Latino?" They give you that look and they're like, "You Latino?" They give you that head nod. Yeah. And you're like, "Yeah." And they go, "Bueno, mira." They just switch over, like, instantly. And it's kind of interesting because, like, I'll be with, like, coworkers or whatever. And they'll be so lost. They'll be like, "What's going on?"
No, I've had the weirdest things happen to me. Like, people think I'm like a certain race, and they just start talking to me in their language.
Oh,
and I'm just like, what?
I once had this Filipino lady, this old lady. She was like, I think I said this story.
No, but
I feel like I've told this story already on the podcast, where so I'm on the bus, and she gets on, and she starts talking to me, and I don't even know what they speak to me. I don't even know what it's called. And she just like looks at me, and I think she asked me a question. I'm like, "I'm sorry, are you talking to me?" And she goes, "Your parents not teach you?" And I go, I'm like, where are you from? And she goes, I'm Filipino.
And
I go,
"I'm from the Philippines."
Yeah, I'm from the Philippines. And I go, "Oh, I'm not Filipino." And she just like looked at me like,
"What's wrong?"
Whoa, she's just like she looks so lost. And I was like, "I'm Latino." And she goes, "Oh," and then she just like walked to the back of the bus. And I was like, that must have been so awkward for her. But at the same time, it's like
you shouldn't just make assumptions.
Yeah, like, I just feel like it was weird. I've also had that happen to me with like an Arab people.
Yeah.
Where they'll they'll assume I speak Arabic, and I'm like, whoa.
Like they grab you at the back of the neck, and you're just like, what is happening?
Yeah, like I was like, who do you think I am, man? I'd be like, I remember this one. Actually, there's this one guy in one of my classes. I really like this. He calls everybody his brother. Brother. And I'm like, I was telling him the other day how like sometimes I feel like I actually feel like he cares, like
it's like brother. Yeah, and he grabs you on the shoulder. And it's just like
no, he doesn't. He doesn't do it. He's just like, yeah, but I think he's Indian I think he's Indian. But like it's really interesting to see that, like, like in his culture, right? That's like the most common thing. It's common, yeah. Right? Like, but like if anyone doesn't know that, right? They'd be like, why is he calling me his brother?
Like, yo, I'm not your brother, bro.
Yeah, like it's like.
But technically, if you call somebody bro, you're calling them brother.
No, I know, but bro is like a slang term for like dude. So like. And dude is just like, like buddy. Yeah. And buddy's just like, for like my friend. Yeah. So like, but I remember, I remember the first couple of times it kind of threw me off.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Do you want me to stop calling you that?" I'm like, no, don't stop, man. I'm already used to it. Like, it's too late now.
It's like, don't worry, I'm your brother.
Like, you can't change that now. Like, it's too late to go back.
Yeah.
But, I find that cool, like, being in this environment where there's so many different cultures and stuff.
Yeah.
You encounter these sorts of things, and it's like the other day, actually today, someone was saying how, like, they can't stand when people make noise when they eat.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, no, stop.
Yeah, a bunch of people are gonna stop listening to us because I make weird
like
noises.
some people, like, there's this one guy, he was saying how, like, he gets so angry. He's like, I just like knock the guy, just like stop. Yeah. And I was telling him how, like, I have a lot of Asian friends who are like from China, and in China, like, that's a cultural thing that the reason they make sound when they eat, it's like out of respect to the chef, so he knows his food tastes good.
Yeah,
right. That's like culture thing, right? So, it's really bizarre because here in Canada, that's like rude.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like, close your mouth, boy.
Yeah, right? So I was like, so he was just like, what? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, that's so interesting. I'm like, I know, right? So like,
he starts eating with his mouth wide open.
No, it's a multicultural thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, because we're in this environment, like, there's all these different cultures and we're always having to like, you know, like, we can't say that's weird because that's just how they are. It's like how in Russia, like, men give themselves like a quick kiss on like the lips when they say hi, right? And that's like, you know, like,
there's a lot of cultures.
No, like, I know, but
if the kisses,
but
or like they do, like, depending if they like you, like if they really like you, they'll go for a round twice.
Yeah, like, no, like, I think it's really funny how, like, if you were to try to do that here, you know, everybody'd be like, bro, what are you doing? Why are you getting so close? You know what I mean? Like, it just throw you off. But like, I think that's like, it's just
like it's your first time in Canada. Yeah. You just kiss somebody. It's like, yo, bro, what'd you just do?
Yeah, like I think it's the most interesting thing to be living. We're almost like a testing ground to a certain degree, right?
Yeah.
And then like my generation, we're still like we like to hang out with our like race.
Yeah.
Like we still seclude each other. Like it's kind of like we kind of like mix and match sometimes. Mm-hmm. Depending on like the environment you're in. But then I look at your generation, you guys just don't care.
We don't care.
You guys just don't care.
Like in fact, we try to get as much like race as we can. It's like we got the black guy, we got the Asian, we got the Filipino, we got the Mexican, you know, we got the white guy back there. And it's like we're missing an Arab.
like it's just
it'd be like, hey, you come over here. You're part of our group now.
No, like I mean, and that like I find that so cool to see. Like after like years and years of like refining this.
Yeah.
We're finally getting to a spot now where like no one cares, like no one just cares.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's great. Like that's what the future of the world is going to be, you know, where no one cares where you're from, who you are, what you look like, what you believe.
The thing is that saddens me is that there still always will be like discrimination.
Yeah. I know.
Like, so like, let's say.
Well, like, I mean, if your generation keeps going the way it's going.
Yeah, we will get
I mean, eventually you'll die out. Hopefully. That's the dream. Like, if we could just kill every racist person on earth, they just die out, right?
Yeah.
So like, but like, you know, it would change everything. I think it's like in one of my, it's very interesting to go through that because, growing up, like I physically saw like discrimination, like towards certain people and whoever it was towards. Meanwhile, like your generation, I don't think you've really seen it.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, like you don't. You haven't.
I kind of have,
but not really.
But not really.
Right, like as opposed to me, like every day it was like, you know, like, oh look, there's that guy over there. I'd be like, what's your point?
Yeah.
You know, like
actually, no way. I have in grade 8.
Really?
Grade 8.
Yeah, like there's like a few things where like it's kind of bizarre, right?
Yeah.
But as opposed to like your generation, you guys are just like, you know, like yo man, and you guys call each other out on it too, right? As opposed to my generation, no one said anything, nobody said nothing.
Nah.
Like, you know,
it'd be like, yo man, why are you discriminating?
Yeah, right. We all just like
we start defending each other.
Yeah, it's like it's like what is it? You know? I think that's really cool.
Yeah, it is.
How did we get here?
I don't know. We had no topic. I'm speechless. I'm finally speechless. After so much talk.
Did you know you're supposed to chew water?
Okay, don't go there. No, we're not going there. Okay, fine, we're going there. Okay, so apparently you're supposed to chew your water to incorporate the saliva so that it digests easier in the stomach.
Yeah, like, so, I don't know. I kind of want to start.
Where did they grab this from?
I kind of want to start a poll somewhere. Like, I don't know.
Start a poll on Instagram.
You know, like, that'd be really funny how, like, people want, you know, like, do you chew your water? Like, that's, like, the question.
I don't know.
We should start asking the audience questions to get back to us on.
Yeah. And
see if they answer, you know? We should start implementing that, like, a weekly question.
Yeah.
Like, today's question should be, do you chew your water?
Yeah.
You know, and if you don't like tweet at us or email us or
I doubt anyone's going to say
Instagram or Instagram message us or hit us up in the DMs.
We should try making a question right now.
That is the question. Do you chew your
No,
water?
I don't want to use that as our
That's
first.
a great question. You know why?
No, this is the best question you've ever heard.
No, it's not.
Is a hot dog sandwich.
Oh no.
That's
so controversial.
That is the question that I have for you guys. Is a hot dog sandwich?
It's like the other one. What is? It's like the other water one.
It's water wet.
It's water wet.
Water is wet.
This is a problem.
Water is always wet.
You know, answer all three questions if you want.
I don't know how to answer the hot dog one. This is why I ask questions. It's a hot dog sandwich. That's all. That's it.
It's like that saying, you know, like you discover the secrets to the universe on a chewing gum wrapper.
I can't.
It's not about this.
What? No. How does one figure? What if you're illiterate? You know, and you just open up the gum. It's like I get to find the universe stuff.
What is it? That
and then
TikTok
opens it up and she's like, "Oh, dang it!"
Remember that TikTok where it's like, "I'm here to, what is it? Raise awareness for illiterate people."
No, that wasn't a TikTok.
Yeah, it was a TikTok, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. It was on Instagram.
Oh, okay. Well, it's really funny because
it's like I'm here to raise awareness for illiterate people, and it's like I have this note here. It's like
And he's illiterate?
Yeah. It's like, sir, are you illiterate? Yes, sir, would you like me to read it for you? Yes, please. This is funny. Yeah.
Like, it's really interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's like moments where like, you go on the internet. There's like a friend we have who says TikTok is cancer.
Oh yeah, like as soon as you see TikTok, he sees TikTok. He's like, "Oh, you have cancer on your phone."
It's like TikTok is cancer.
Yeah,
that was great. Honestly, I wish like there are moments in life I wish I could just like record.
Yeah, record and then just upload them in chunks.
Yeah, you know, like it would be like the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like they wouldn't let me upload that, you know.
Yeah. I just thought of something. What are we gonna name this episode? This is like
it's water wet, or is a hot dog a sandwich?
It's hot dog sandwich.
That's what we'll call it.
That's a good idea.
Okay,
but is it truly?
Okay, look, we can't have this conversation.
No, in your preference, what would you say?
It's not a sandwich.
It's not a sandwich.
It's not a sandwich. It's more like a taco.
No.
Well, like no, think of
taco.
Like a
it's a tortilla.
Yeah, but like a hard shell taco.
Don't offend the tacos.
No. Think about it. Think about it. A tortilla is still bread. It's still a type of bread.
It's a type. That's the main word, type.
Okay, yeah. A hot dog bun is also a type of bread.
It's bread. It's a bun.
Yeah,
it follows in the bun category.
Well, it's still bread. It doesn't change the fact that it's still a type of bread.
Yeah,
you know, it's still made from dough.
Yeah.
Okay, so following that logic, and then the curve of the bun, you know, the way it opens up into two, and you know, like you open up when you fold the tortilla like that, it's just a taco.
You know what I think? I think it's not a sandwich until you separate both pieces of bread.
Until you separate both pieces.
But then again, you go to Subway.
No, don't even.
Yeah. And that bread's connected, bro.
Okay, look. But that's different. That's the European style of bread.
Actually, no, that's a sub.
Okay, yeah, that's a sub. That's a sub. But that's also like...
But they call it a sandwich!
Okay, look. But that's just how the Europeans make their bread. The French make their bread like that.
The baguettes.
You know, that's just... that's like a cultural carryover from Europe.
Yeah.
I don't know how to tell you this, but that's really it.
Yeah, so that's our question for you guys. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Watch someone like text me and be like, "Why you bringing this stuff up, man?"
Because we felt like it.
I remember when I graduated. I don't know if I've told this story in the podcast. When I graduated,
no, you haven't.
I don't remember anymore. Like we've gone far enough now where I don't remember what we talked about on the podcast. Okay, look, so you know what? I'll tell it next week.
You tell it next week?
Not even next week. The following week.
The following week? So should I wrap up? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, I think you should.
Okay, so
wait. I think so. Wait, what's the question again?
It's a hot dog sandwich.
Okay, so someone email us, tweet at us, DM us on Instagram because we have an Instagram now.
Yeah.
I still haven't uploaded a profile picture, uploaded anything there.
Honestly, we need to work on that.
We have 6 followers on it too now.
We have 6 followers? Do I know any of them?
Yeah.
Oh.
Actually, someone who follows you on Instagram followed me recently.
Really?
I forgot to tell you about it.
Interesting.
I think it's because of the podcast. I don't actually know. One of your friends, she followed me. And it was really weird. I was like, oh,
Okay.
Okay, like I didn't know how to react. Like I'm like, should I follow back? Like I don't.
You're just like, what's the protocol here?
Yeah, I didn't know what to do. So I just kind of like left it alone.
We should make a rule where we don't follow each other's friends unless we bring them on the podcast.
You know what? I don't
actually no. Just follow. I don't care. Give the people what they want.
No. I don't hand out follows that easily.
Damn.
I only like the. Look, here's the thing. I follow way too many people as it is, and I only have like 125 followers.
Oh damn!
I ain't like Mr. Popular over here.
I'm not Mr. Popular.
Well, says the guy who's popular.
I'm not that popular.
Okay, look.
If you go look at my Instagram, I don't have that many followers. But then again, it's because I don't advertise that I have an Instagram.
Well, a lot of people don't even know. Now they know.
Oh dang it! You all know it's.
Oh, you're not allowed to advertise. I'm cutting that out. Cutting that out.
Why are you cutting that out?
I'm editing that out.
No, why?
Okay, end the podcast.
Okay, so this has been Two Latin Brothers. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe because you can. You know,
follow us on
share
Twitter,
with your
Instagram.
goldfish. Who cares? You know,
show it to your grandma.
Yeah,
maybe she'll like listening to us. Who knows?
Yeah, you know,
to
your cousin, your uncle. You know,
your dog, your cat,
exactly,
your goldfish,
your donkey.
I
don't know. I don't know where they are.
Let's end it here. Okay,
yeah. So, bye.
Bye.